Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be about one of my trade positions that I had taken. This is a couple of years old, but I'm just going to run you through one of the trades that I took a while ago and how well it profited me. So as you can see here, this is sort of my brokerage account. I've got rid of the names, or at least tried to, because I don't want people to just go and pour into those names because I had back then. Times have now changed, so certain stock positions and my thoughts of them have also changed. So I know some of you might be able to read and know exactly what stock is what, but don't just go and pour into it, because that's not the way to trade. And again, for me to do it back then was a reason, and now there may not be a reason to be in that trade. So yeah, just a little bit of disclaimer there, so make sure that's not your agenda. This video is just for purposes to make you understand about one of my trades and how I played it and how I thought about it and when I made the positioning. So as you can see anyway, so this was a pretty good set of stocks that I had at that point. Naturally, this one made me about over 100k in profits. This one was just about 135, which you could say counteracts this one. So still up in the black. We had another trade that I did here where I was making around 2,000 Swiss francs. I don't know how much that conversion is now, but top of my head. But also that was also a great trade at the time. But yeah, so this position that I had taken obviously reaped me about £100,000. I did get in 110,000 worth of stock, so I only needed about 10 to 15% gains to get that. So again, obviously I used the idea of leveraging at that point. For me personally, it worked out quite well because of the fact that I played it smart, which not people will talk you through, which I will do in this video. But yeah, the idea was just to sort of explain a bit of background on this. So this company at that point to me seemed really undervalued, and I actually started buying in close to £6. Not actually at the figure that's obviously listed on average price, but the idea is something that I don't think a lot of people or a lot of retail traders understand. As traders, you know, as a professional trader that I have been, you only add to positions when they are going with you, not against you. You get a lot of people on forums, on share chats, say they're in a stock, say at a price of £8, and then the stock tumbles to say £7 or £6, and then they start saying, oh, we're adding more, and you shouldn't really be doing that. If you're a trader, that is. If you're an investor, it's different. You're getting undervalued position, you want to add a little bit, fine. But as a trader, you should not be doing that. You should only be adding, and if it goes against you, you should wait. Either have your stop loss, which should get triggered and you should be out of the position, or you should wait and allow it to sort of work its way back up and see then the price action to determine whether or not it's a good or bad time to get in. So yeah, coming back to the point, got in at around £6, and as it was working against me, I kept topping up. Because if you just think about it in perspective, so if we just look at a stock, I've talked about Boohoo a lot, so I just use them for this example. But you know, so let's just sort of run through it quickly. So like for example, if you were, you know, buying, you know, at this point you thought, oh, it's a great price, 60p, so you started buying it. Then as it was going with you, you should obviously be topping and slowly adding up and adding up. Because that way, if you started buying, say, at 60p and then kept buying all the way up to £2, your average price then would say, for example, if you're buying proportionally, would be between 6 and 2, what's that, 140, 70p difference, around 130. So your average price will be 130, which then you'll be happy about, because then your stop loss could be at 130. Then you don't mind about all this volatility happening because you are investing in the stock or even trading, and you want to keep that as your stop limit, so everything above is profits. So you would be a bit more free and more able to use your leverage to the advantage. So that's important. You want to make sure that you use leveraging to your advantage if you do leverage, and this is done through CFD trading. Again, disclaimer, I am not advising people to go and do CFD trading, because you have to understand what leveraging really is. I'll probably make another video about that, but the idea being is, at that point the stock was undervalued. I started buying more as it was going with me, not against me. So while I was making money, I started adding more, so my average price was increasing, but then that was fine because the stock was increasing, so the stop loss was the price at which I had initially bought. And then as I kept doing that, and obviously the stock ballooned off and it did really good, and then obviously it led me to make these sort of gains. So yeah, I thought I'd run you through one quick position that I did in terms of how to approach the position. Hopefully I explained that well. Obviously coming back to understanding fundamental technicals, I'll make separate videos on them, how to understand it in stocks. But otherwise, yeah, that was something that I thought I would do a quick little video on, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you got any questions, put in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. See you guys in the next video.